Hi, Ursula here from Tirlawn Country Life. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about pruning roses. A lot of people get very confused about roses and how to prune them and where to start, but the beginning of it is to have a good secateurs. So I actually use a Velcro. The important thing is to have a sharp, clean secateurs. You can also use Kent and Stowe, and there's lots of different types of secateurs that we sell in the garden centre. So secateurs in hand, the first thing I look for are the 3Ds, which are the dead, diseased and damaged branches of the rose plant. So for instance here, straight away, I see a diseased stem. So I will cut it back to where there's a new growth coming out, okay? So we will cut at a slant so that the water will flow off the slant, okay? So gather up your cuttings, very important. Now, the other item is to go with is the diseased and the dead wood. So this stem here, you'll see the difference in the colour. It's brown, dead. So again, I'm going to do a clean cut, as clean as I can, back to the stem. And that's my piece of dead wood taken out. All right. The other item would be any branches that are crossing over, because roses like to have a nice open structure. If it's open, there's less chance of disease, okay? So here there's a branch that is coming out across a new stem, a new healthy stem. So this stem is a little bit more diseased and it's rubbing off the new stem. So I'm actually going to take it right back. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it cleanly back, the last piece. Sometimes you may need to use a loppers for some of the thicker stems. All right, so that's helping opening up the rose. So I'm going to keep going ahead here and take off more of the dead, diseased and damaged branches. Take your time going around your rose. Okay, this rose here is a 4-year-old rose, so it's a good idea to give it a little bit of fresh cutting so as to bring on some of the new stems. Again, we've another branch here that's crossing over. Okay, there's a slightly damaged stem here, so we're going to go back to where we can see maybe a bud, and again, cut. More dead stems. Again, we can actually see where there's a flower bud coming on into this stem, so I'm going to cut this back to the new stem with the flower bud. Ideally also, you want to be able to cut to a bud, a stem that's growing outwards rather than growing inwards into the plant. This is a fairly unhealthy stem here, so I'm going to remove it altogether. Okay. So once you've removed all the dead, disease, damage, you'll get a better idea of the shape of the rose and whether you need to do some further shaping. Okay, so we'll keep going removing the dead, disease, damaged. Disease. You'll see there was a stem rubbing on this one, so we'll take that stem out. It's only going to bring in more disease into the plant, okay? Okay, always stand up, have a look, make sure you're getting all the dead and damaged stems. Now, you belong to here. So next, we're going to just open up the center a little bit. This stem here is a little bit weak, so we're going to take it out. See if I can find a bud along the stem that's growing outwards, okay? Just cut above the bud. And then take any more crossing branches out of the middle. And you'll end up with a healthier, happier rose. Okay, thank you.